Okay, so you guys may or may not know that a new Steven Universe Future promo has been all over the internet today. It apparently dropped on Cartoon Network, like the actual Cartoon Network TV channel sometime recently, which is a surprise to me too. I'm actually genuinely shocked that Cartoon Network is advertising this show now. Or I guess, technically, for the first time since Steven Universe Future is technically a new show. And even though every instance of this promo that's gone up on YouTube has been taken down, or at least it seems like every instance of it is going to be taken down, I'm an idiot, so I'm going to show the whole frickin' thing in this video so that you guys can see it. And I don't see why that would be a problem. I'm going to dispute anything that comes about because of this. Because this is literally Cartoon Network. If you're watching this, this is literally the ad that you put on your TV channel so that people would become interested in this show. My showing it here takes literally nothing away from you and might actually serve to get more people interested in your show, which means more people watching it, which means that you make more money. So don't take down my video, please. Thank you. That said, I have seen this, so this isn't a reaction. I'm just going to put it up in front of me as I watch through it again. And then we're going to talk about some stuff. There's actually a version of it from Twitter. A guy called, what was his name? Crystal Future. Because his version of it, his particular upload of it doesn't seem to be getting taken down. Like, is he somebody in the crew? I don't think he's anybody in the crew. I think he's just a guy that I did not know existed until I went looking for a high quality version of this. And it's not super high quality, but it's fun. Okay, let's just jump right into it.
Watch your head. Life is a little different these days. We're all safe to explore our dreams. We're all safe to explore our dreams. Soon, we'll all be able to put the past behind us.
You are not my diamond. Steven Universe Future on your Cartoon Network.
Watch your hand.
And it's playing again. Better stop that from happening. Alright. So, yeah, it's pretty good for like a 30 seconds total. So the whole thing is probably 26 seconds. And then there's the little bumper at the end. And for such a short promo, it's really freaking good. It starts out all hopeful. We get new shots of gems. I'm actually going to pull up some screenshots that somebody else on Tumblr made. They were pretty much all of the interesting points I was going to talk about anyway, and they're higher quality than anything I could find. So I hope they don't mind me borrowing them. We see some shots of happy gems being happy. Like, this one is of particular interest to me, because obviously Yellow's Pearl is here, but Blue's Pearl is here too, drawing her girlfriend. And that means that the two of them come to Earth sometimes, or maybe even fairly regularly, and I think that's super cool because it means we're gonna get more of them. Like, and here is, I mean, I'm assuming this is the same Topaz that we met back when we met Topaz, because she's got the ear gems. What else was there? Ah, the Famethist. Looks like we're gonna be revisiting them in the background here. I mean, it could be something like the, what are we calling it now? Super Watermelon Island or whatever. But it also looks like it could be the zoo again. Like, it looks like we could actually be going back to the zoo to resolve that, which is interesting to me. Because it means that it wasn't forgotten about by the crew. Or at the very least, they realized that they did forget about it and decided to take us back there in the last season of the show, which is fine. I mean, I want this whole zoo thing resolved, and I'd rather it be resolved on screen than off screen, honestly. And if some of the stuff we've been hearing about SU Future is true, and some of it takes place before the movie and some of it takes place after, then going back to the zoo and dealing with all of that could be something that happened before that, as the Diamond's power structure was being broken down. Here we have a shot of that gem that some of you guys were arguing in my comments of the breakdown of the Steven Universe Future opening. Couldn't possibly be a fusion of Eyeball and Aquamarine, Oh look, she's a fusion of Eyeball and Aquamarine. Now I'm screwing with you guys. I'm glad this got confirmed, but I'm not gonna like brag about being right because I think it was pretty clear who it was supposed to be. I find it interesting though that she's got blemishes like a healed corrupted gem, which she shouldn't because neither one of those was a corrupted gem. But I'm assuming that's just something due to her gem type. I haven't talked about this particular scene at the very opening of the promo yet, but I promise I'm going to. So hold your comments until the end. Everything kind of turns sour about midway through the promo, though, when Steven, who seems like he's very much trying to forget about all the stuff his mom did, seems to be suddenly reminded of it, because now we've got a new shot of Pink in what looks like her fake quartz outfit and not her rose quartz rebel leader dress, which is super interesting to me. We also have this shot here of Pink's original Pearl pining over Pink, because everybody was in love with Pink, man, apparently. Though some people did speculate that this was the case, that the two of them were in like a legit relationship, and that messed Pink up a lot, and that's why she had such an uneven relationship with our Pearl, because it reminded her of this, and she fought back against it in ways that weren't entirely healthy, or else just denied that there was anything there, and that's why she was leading Pearl on the entire time, not because she was just a horrible person, but because she couldn't bring herself to actually address what was going on. It could be super interesting if it turns out to be true. I kind of hope it does, because I don't want Pink Diamond to be a complete monster, man. I want her to have some new redeeming qualities introduced to her character at some point. And that would be one, kind of in an indirect way. We get a shot of Jasper. There's another shot that I'm going to use in the cover of this video that was not screenshotted here. Let me actually go see if I can find it, because it's a good shot. There it is. She throws off a cloak. She's standing at the Beta Kindergarten, I'm guessing, either that or Vasquez Rock, which, I mean, if this is a location that was meant to be an homage to Vasquez Rock, that excites me in a very Star Trek-y kind of way. But I'm betting this is supposed to be the Beta Kindergarten again, which I did speculate that we might be going back to the Beta Kindergarten again, and if that's where Jasper is here, that would be certainly a reason for us to do that, which is neat, because it means I was right. Yeah, I'm not going to brag about being right. Promise. There's another shot, too. This one, which was not screenshotted. This is actually pretty reasonably high quality now that I'm looking at it. This shot here makes me think that Pink's Pearl is gonna be an antagonist this season, which is a super interesting angle to approach this thing from. But I'm excited about it. But we also see here our Pearl protecting Pink's Pearl, which makes me think that they probably do have something of a shared experience, and our Pearl, as the one who's had all this time to recover from that and grow past it, is going to help Pink's original Pearl through it, which is also a really interesting angle to approach this thing from, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And then we have this, and it's part of this whole ending scene. Steven puts up his pink diamond aura and attacks who I'm assuming is Jasper, because the voice over there says something about him not being her diamond. And obviously he's not. That's literally the thing he's been trying to get her to realize pretty much the whole show. So, I mean, her realizing that is good, I guess. But she also seems to be, I don't know, trying to justify her continued aggressive behavior towards him, which is not good. Because I want them to be friends really bad. Like, there's little gaps left open in the Steven Universe future opening where she would fit just perfectly. Like, they literally exist. It's almost like they have planned to include her in the opening before the show's over. and I'm hoping that that's true, that theory is true. Because I really want her to be their friend. It'd be super neat. All of that, though, is interesting enough and has me excited enough for this show. But considering that this shot here seems to imply that we're going back to the zoo, I think there's something else here worth getting excited about. It does mean that I was wrong about something, but I can live with that because it looks like it's going to be an interesting story. And it brings us back to this shot here of this character. She's a quartz, obviously. And she's pink. And looking at this shot here, her clothing design is pretty similar to Pink Diamond's clothing, which would imply that she was a gem who was in some way meant to resemble Pink Diamond, which suggests that she was a gem from Pink Diamond's court. And it's hard to get a really good look at her gemstone here. But like, this looks like a hard edge, and this looks like a hard edge. Not like of the outside, but like of her facets. Because the outside looks round. But it doesn't look quite like they make a right angle, which might be implying that she's a 5-faceted gem. Which means that she might be an actual rose quartz. An actual rose quartz who was on Earth, because she's got the blotches and she's got the horns, which tells me that she was corrupted at some point. And if I'm right about this, if that's really what she is, maybe she's the only real rose quartz who wasn't bubbled on the zoo. Because we know Pink Diamond bubbled those herself, which means she was probably told to do so by the other diamonds when one of her rose quartz, quote unquote, rebelled and called the integrity of the entire line into question. So it is conceivable that she kept one back. And it's interesting that if that's the case, that the one that she kept back has a navel gem, just like she did. I think this was her decoy. I think that this rose quartz was a crystal gem, and that Real Rose used her as a decoy, without telling her what was up, obviously, but used her as a decoy so that Rose Quartz could still be out there doing rebellion stuff, while Pink Diamond was back being Pink Diamond sometimes when she absolutely had to be Pink Diamond. It's even possible that this Rose Quartz is the exact Rose Quartz that Pink Diamond started disguising herself as once she realized she needed a better cover than slightly pinker than average amethyst. That would mean, of course, that the rose quartz gems are actually real, or at least one of them is. Though if one of them is, it does suggest that the rest are as well. But it also suggests something else. It suggests that maybe some theorists out there were correct, and Pink was able to use her ability to freely create gemstones to actually, within limits, change the shape of her own gemstone, so that from the top it did resemble an actual rose quartz stone, and that she didn't create a bunch of fake gems who were modeled after her own gemstones so that she could trick people. Like, I could be talking about how there's a ruby here, and we don't know what ruby it is, if it's even a ruby we've seen before. I could be talking about any of these other characters here. Like this gem here looks super interesting, man. I want to know all about her. But this character here steals the show for me. Like, I'm sure we're going to get to know all of these other characters at least a little bit, right? But this character here steals the show for me. I really want to know what her deal is, because we see her interacting very closely with Steven and looking really uncomfortable about it. So does she know something that she's worried about him finding out, or that makes her nervous around him, something that he doesn't know yet? I don't know. I want to know what kind of relationship these two characters have. It has, by far, I think, the most fascinating implications of any potential relationship that has been set up by any of the promotional material going into this show so far. Except maybe the potential relationship between White Diamond and Jasper if some theorists are right, and the two of them are going to fuse at some point. Like, I don't know. End of the day, I think it's really good to see characters like Topaz, and characters like Ruby, and characters like Blue and Yellow's Pearls on Earth being free gems. But I kind of expected we were going to see that anyway. This, I'm just gonna call it right now. This Rose Quartz is the one thing in this trailer, like even beyond more implied revelations about Rose, even beyond stuff with Jasper, stuff that I also expected to see in this final season of the show. This is the only element that I didn't expect to see here. It's gotten me super excited. Man, I can't even. So yeah, that's the new promo. I really hope you guys liked it. I really hope you liked my breakdown of it. Because, unfortunately, there's probably not going to be a ton of other content from me this week. I'm still going to try to get some reviews up for you guys. But if you guys missed it, I posted it as a... what are they? Are they just called posts? A post on YouTube. My planned Let's Play of a Pokemon Sword version has hit a bit of a hiccup. I'm working on getting that sorted out, but I'm not sure it's actually going to work out at this point yet. You guys will know something as soon as I do, though. And I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys appreciate what it is I'm sacrificing here, because I really want to play through this game. And I really want to document my first time playing through it. So I'm waiting to play this game so that I can get this Let's Play up, primarily for you guys. And it's driving me literally insane. So I'm going to be troubleshooting that most of my free time until I either figure it out or determine that I just can't do what I plan to do, one or the other. Again, you guys will know something as soon as I do. But yeah, so if my uploading this week seems a little uneven, understand that that's why. That said, what did you guys think of the promo? What did you guys think of this breakdown of it? What did you think of any of my speculation here? Do you have your own speculation? Regardless of what you want to say, let's get a discussion going in the comments section down below, or over on my Discord, link in the description. But either way, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.